Would everyone please stand for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Items.
Thank you, Mayor. Board of Commissioners public meeting Tuesday, January 4th, 2022. The time is now 7:05. Pursuant to the requirements of the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, notice of this meeting was published in the December 9, 2021 issues of the Nutley Sun, the Herald News, and the Star Ledger. A copy of this notice has been posted on the Nutley Town Hall Bulletin Board, and a copy is on file in the municipal clerk's office. Commissioner Kelly.
Present.
Commissioner Evans.
Here.
Commissioner Petracco.
Here.
Commissioner Scarpelli.
Here.
Mayor Tucci.
Here.
All present, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Before we continue on to minutes, I'd like to wish everyone a very happy and healthy new year.
Thank you.
So I see we have minutes for November 30th, 2021. Sure. Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans. Commissioner Petracco.
Aye.
Commissioner Scarpelli.
Aye.
Mayor Tucci.
Aye. Thank you. Communications to correspondence, Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Mayor. The Nutley Irish American Alliance has submitted an application for a social affair permit to hold their St. Patrick's Day Parade celebration on Saturday, March 5th, 2022, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. at 44 Park Avenue.
Move it. Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracco. Commissioner Scarpelli.
Aye.
Mayor Tucci.
Aye.
And that's it for
Thank
communications.
you. Reports. I have a shade tree report for the month of December 2021. Bills, Madam Clerk.
Yes, Mayor. Bill list for January 4th, 2022. Public affairs, $90,594.84. Revenue and finance, $3,015,741.40. Public safety, $100. Public works, $0. Parks and public property, $578,246.40. Water utility, $39,321.07. Payroll as of December 23rd, 2021, regular payroll total, $854,665.24. Overtime payroll total, $46,551.62. Total payroll, $901,216.86, for a grand total of $4,625,220.21.
Move the bills. Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracco.
Aye.
Commissioner Scarpelli.
Aye.
Mayor Tucci.
Aye.
And that's it for bills, Mayor.
Thank you so much. We will now entertain public comment on agenda items only, please.
All persons addressing the board regarding community concerns should approach the microphone, should state their name and address for the record. Unless further time is granted by the board, each person shall limit their address to 3 minutes. All remarks to the board and its individual members must be addressed to the mayor. The mayor may defer citizens' comments to the appropriate member of the board. Yes, we have someone, Mayor.
Okay.
I think that's Mr. Moore.
Rory Moore, 462 Chestnut Street. Mayor Tucci, I only have 2 questions this evening. It's on the bill list.
Okay.
You have right in the middle of the page, Walter Sherrill for $100,000. What is that for?
I'm sorry, Mr. Moore, I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Can you hear me?
Now speak a little louder, please.
As loud as we can go to 10.
Okay.
I'm looking at the bill list. In the middle of the page, Walter Sherrill is down for $100,000. What is that for?
Walter Sherrill.
$10,000.
It's $10,000.
$10,000. That is for C. Walter Sherrill. I believe that's for him to be our safety manager. That's money that's paid from the joint insurance fund, Mr. Moore.
And is that a salary for the year? Am I understanding that correctly?
That's an annual amount, yes, sir.
Okay, and right above it, believe it's LexisNexis Risks Solutions. What is that for?
That's not mine, Mr. Moore. I don't know. I believe that's public safety for $100.
That's public safety.
I think that's court, something with court.
Yes.
Something with the court.
I'm sorry, did you hear that? Mr. Petracca said he believes that's something to do with the court.
Oh, okay, we're paying $100, but we don't, we know, we think it's for the court, but we really don't know.
I know what it is, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, Mr. Gentile.
LexisNexis is a research function that the courts, I believe, have to apply to get into research and get information online. LexisNexis is a well-known a company research. It's a research function online.
We pay for research for that?
For legal matters, right, Mr. Gentile?
For legal. Yes.
Yeah, just for legal matters.
It's like a legal database.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. Happy New Year to you.
You too.
Thank you so much. Okay, we have the Board of Commissioner announcements this evening. Mr. Kelly?
I just want to wish everyone a happy new year, and just to talk about something that we're gonna try and take on here at the Public Affairs and Health Department. We want to make the year 2022 the year of getting out and walking. We have a very walkable town. We have amazing parks thanks to our mayor. All the parks are connected. It's easy to get from one place to another. You can go walk to a restaurant for a date or for a meal. You can walk to school. Most if not every student in school in town is within a mile of their school. It's 20-minute walk for a mile, 10 minutes for half a mile. You can extrapolate that and judge that this is that way. We want to promote walking and promote healthy living this year. So look out for more information on that from the Public Affairs and Health Department. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. That's a wonderful suggestion. I myself, on New Year's Day, went up to the track on Margaret Avenue, and if you go around 4 times, I believe that's 1 mile, and it definitely helps. I need to be there many more times, and hopefully I'll join your group when they walk for our beautiful parks. All right, I see we have one ordinance introduction this evening, and it's mine on behalf of the entire Board of Commissioners. This is an ordinance to fix the salaries of certain officers and employees of the Township of Nutley, County of Essex, State of New Jersey, effective January 1, 2022. I move that this ordinance be passed through a second reading and advertised in the Nutley Sun, together with the notice required by law, and that further consideration of said ordinance for final passage by the Board of Commissioners to be held at a second reading on, Madam Clerk,
February 1st.
February 1st. I move the ordinance.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracca.
Aye.
Commissioner Scarpelli.
Aye.
Mayor Tucci.
Aye. Thank you, Commissioner. Yes, we have some sad news. I'd like to have a moment of silence, one for Joe Fugazi, who's one of our bus drivers here in town, driving the shopper around, bringing our seniors to doctors' visits and what have you. Also the father of Mary Fennu, and also the mother-in-law of Teresa Vinci, who's one of our employees in the Parks Department. Her mother-in-law passed away during Vinci, so if we have a moment of silence for those two, please. Thank you.
Mayor, may we add that Jack Barry?
Yes, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Commissioner. I know that was your employee. Would you like to say a few words about Jack?
Jack, in public safety as well. Jack is a longstanding police officer, resident in town. He had a remarkable sense of humor, very dedicated, a kind and giving person. Unfortunately, he passed away as well on Christmas Eve.
Another one that we sorely miss. Thank you, Commissioner. No ordinances on
Mr. Mayor, can we interject 1 second? May I interject? The ordinance that we just read, just for the record, there were a couple typographical errors that we'll correct for the final reading in terms of minimum hourly pay for some of the hourly part-timers. We just have to reflect the change in minimum wage. So I noticed that I didn't have a chance to advise the clerk beforehand, but I apologize. So just we'll make those changes for the next meeting. It's going to be great.
Thank you very much.
Sorry about that.
Okay, moving right along, Commissioner Kelly, anything this evening?
No, Mayor, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Evans.
Thank you, Mayor. Be resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley, the County of Essex, State of New Jersey, that the treasurer being she is hereby authorized to refund overpayments of tax charges in the amount of $6,906.44 for block 4501, lot 16 for the year 2022. So moved.
Second, remove.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracco.
Aye.
Commissioner Scarpelli.
Aye.
Mayor Tucci.
Aye.
And be resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley County of Essex State of New Jersey, that the treasurer be and she is hereby authorized to refund overpayment of property taxes of $3,844 for 7 years due to successful tax court judgment. For block 6902, lot 11. So,
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracco.
Aye.
Commissioner Scarpelli.
Aye.
Mayor Tucci.
Aye.
be resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley County of Essex, New Jersey, that there is hereby established in the Department of Revenue and Finance a petty cash account in the amount of $650. Said funds to be in the custody of the cashier. All petty cash vouchers are to be approved by the department designated authorized by the purchasing agent as or by her designee. So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracco.
Aye.
Commissioner Scarpelli.
Aye.
Mayor Tucci.
Aye.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Petracco, anything this evening?
I have nothing.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Scarpelli.
Thank you, Mayor. Whereas the Township of Nutley Department of Public Works has a need to purchase new multi-space parking base stations and accessories from the authorized vendor participating in the New Brunswick Parking Authority Cooperative Pricing System. And whereas the Township of Nutley is a member of the New Brunswick Parking Authority Cooperative Pricing System, and whereas IPS Group 7737 Kenmore Court, San Diego, California, has been awarded the bid for multi-space parking base stations and has authorized the Township of Nutley to utilize the cooperative pricing. Whereas the total project cost is not to exceed $65,642.50. Whereas funds are available from account G04171408 in the amount of $55,000 and account 101408200 in the amount of $10,642.30 and have been certified by the Chief Financial Officer. Said certification be attached to this resolution. Now therefore be resolved by the Board of Commissioners Township of Nutley that IPS Group be awarded a contract for purchase of multi-space parking base stations and accessories in accordance with New Brunswick Parking Authority Cooperative System.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracco.
Aye.
Commissioner Scarpelli.
Aye.
Mayor Tucci.
Aye.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Commissioner. Be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley and the County of Essex, State of New Jersey, that the treasurer being she is hereby authorized to refund payments for recreation programs in the amounts listed below. For 82 Race Street, Department 2, for the rest of the program, for 2021, amount of $60. I move the resolution.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracco.
Aye.
Commissioner Scarpelli.
Aye.
Mayor Tucci.
Aye. Be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley County of Essex, New Jersey, that in accordance with the provision of RS 48:4-59, following transfers of 2021 appropriation reserves being and same are hereby authorized and approved in the Department of Parks and Public Property from other insurance in the amount of $4,000 to Shade Tree other expenses in a like amount. I move the resolution.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracco.
Aye.
Commissioner Scarpelli.
Aye.
Mayor Tucci.
Aye. Whereas sealed bids were received for recreation uniforms, equipment, and supplies on December 22nd, 2021, in the Township of Nutley, and whereas funds are available from accounts T-24-909-901 through 915 and have been certified by the Chief Financial Officer, now therefore be resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley and the County of Essex, State of New Jersey, that a contract for recreation uniforms, equipment, and supplies be awarded to BSN Sports, PO Box 49, Jenkintown, PA, as per the attached sheet not to exceed $27,800. Be it further resolved that the mayor and township clerk be and they are hereby authorized to enter into and sign said contract for the Township of Nutley, County of Essex, State of New Jersey. I move the resolution. Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracco.
Aye.
Commissioner Scarpelli.
Aye.
Mayor Tucci.
Whereas Seal Village received the recreation uniforms, equipment, and supplies on December 22nd, 2021, from the Township of Nutley. Whereas funds are available from accounts TBS 24909901 through 915 and have been again certified by the Chief Financial Officer. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners, Township of Nutley, County of Essex, State of New Jersey, that a contract for recreation uniforms, equipment, and supplies be awarded to Dot Design, 242 Possum Hollow Road, Monroe Township, New Jersey, as per the attached sheet not to exceed 21,000. Be it further resolved that the mayor and township clerk be and they are hereby authorized to enter into and sign said contract with the Township of Nutley, County of Essex, State of New Jersey. I move the resolution.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracco.
Aye.
Commissioner Scarpelli.
Aye.
Mayor Tucci.
Aye. Whereas an application has been filed by Matt Hill Holdings LLC for a person-to-person transfer of an inactive plenary retail consumption license number 0716-33-017-010, heretofore issued to F&S Maintenance LLC, whereas the submitted application form is complete in all respects, the transfer fees have been paid, and the license has been properly renewed, for the current license term, whereas the applicant is qualified to be licensed according to all standards established by Title 33 New Jersey statutes, regulations promulgated thereunder, as well as pertinent local ordinances and conditions consistent with Title 33. And whereas the applicant has disclosed and the issuing authority received the source of all funds used in the purchase of the license, and licensed businesses, and all additional financing obtained in connection with the licensed businesses. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley does hereby approve effective January 4th, 2022, the transfer of the aforesaid plenary retail consumption license to Matcho Holdings LLC, and does hereby direct the municipal clerk to endorse the license certificate to the new ownership as follows. This license, subject to all its terms and conditions, is hereby transferred to Matcho Holdings LLC effective January 4th, 2022. Resolution. Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracco.
Aye.
Commissioner Scarpelli.
Aye.
Mayor Tucci.
Application has been active pocket plenary retail consumption license number 0716-33-029-009, heretofore issued to the Forsum LLC. Whereas the submitted application form is complete in all respects, the transfer fees have been paid, and the license has been properly renewed for the current license term. Whereas the applicant is qualified to be licensed according to all standards established by Title 33 of New Jersey statutes, regulations promulgated thereunder, as well as pertinent local ordinances and conditions consistent with Title 33. Whereas the applicant has disclosed and the issuing authority reviewed the source of all funds used in the purchase of the license and the licensed business and all additional financing obtained in connection with the licensed business. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley does hereby approve effective January 4, 2022, the transfer of the aforesaid plenary retail consumption license to Matcho Holdings LLC, and does hereby direct the municipal clerk to endorse the license certificate to the new ownership as follows. This license, subject to all its terms and conditions, is hereby transferred to Matcho Holdings LLC effective January 4, 2022.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracco. Commissioner Scarpelli.
Aye.
Mayor Tucci.
Aye. Thank you. That concludes all of our business for this evening. I'd now like to open the meeting up to the public.
All persons addressing the Board of Commissioners regarding community concerns should state their name and address for the record unless further time is granted by the board. Each person shall limit their address to 5 minutes. All remarks of the board and its individual members must be addressed to the mayor. The mayor may defer citizens' comments to the appropriate member of the board.
Rory Moore, 462 Chestnut Street. Mayor Tucci, I have 2 questions about On3. I understand that a company called Brightview Assisted Living made 2 presentations to the town about having a facility put over there. And I understand that On3 also would comply with 55 of the assisted living or the extra living that we had to provide. Why wasn't that ever completed?
Mr. Temple, would you like to answer Mr. Moore, please?
Certainly, Mr. Mayor. So, Mr. Moore, Brightview does provide assisted living facilities. The town did meet with them. The problem, however, was our continuous concern about piecemealing the development of the site and not having a full grasp on effects on the township, including traffic and other issues. And I think, although the use that was proposed is probably not one that's objectionable, it being on its own is not terrible. But when combined with what we didn't know was going to be built on the rest of the site, we had clearly conveyed to Prism that we wanted to know a full development plan and what was intended on the balance of the site so that we can get a fair and full traffic study. And that was never provided by Prism. And so, although I think that's probably an option the commissioners will continue to consider, that is the reason at this point why no development has gone on in that particular part of the site.
I also understand that when you say that a traffic study was not provided, from my understanding, one has been provided. And I believe the township conducted its own. And from what I understand, that the two were very similar in conclusions. Because I also understand that I believe the township in Nutley was involved where they wanted the TikTok diner to be considered to be an area in needed development to have an overpass for Route 3. Is that part of this as well?
That you're mixing apples and oranges, Mr. Moore. So the first of all, the township never asked for the TikTok diner to be declared an area being redevelopment.
Never at all. Never at all.
No, it was a proposal for a flyover that would end on Route 3 near the TikTok. And that would allow westbound traffic off the site and from westbound traffic onto the site to alleviate a substantial amount of traffic that would be on Nutley's roads, which would affect the quality of life of the Nutley residents. And so that's the true story there. We never got far enough to have a discussion with Clifton because Prism rejected the proposal outright without further discussion. What was the first part of your question about?
Was that right?
Let me be clear about this because there's a lot of misrepresentations being made about traffic studies. In 2011 and 12, Hoffman Roach commissioned a company called Perkins Eastman to do a study about redeveloping the entire site. The mayors and the commissioners attended those meetings. I attended all those meetings. As part of that, they hired a company to prepare a traffic study. The traffic study had nothing to do with what's going on now. It's 8 or 9 years old. That prior development called for approximately 4,000 residential units. So the traffic study is completely different than what we're facing now, or at least what we believe we're facing. And Prism, who should have done their own traffic study for their own redevelopment, failed to do so, refused to do so, and that's why the township of Nutley had to go out and get their own with, by the way, Prism's blessing, which we know from our meetings. They said, go ahead and do a traffic study. So the town is doing its due diligence and doing what it's supposed to do, and not relying upon an old 8 or 9-year-old traffic study for a development that was never even considered. So I understand where you're getting information from Prism, but frankly, a significant amount of it is total misrepresentation of the true facts.
So to basically conclude my questions, if I Oprah the traffic study conducted by Nutley, I would be able to obtain that copy. Is that correct?
I'm not sure if it's a public document, but if you Oprah it, we'll take it under advisement.
I don't understand why it wouldn't be a public document. It's not in negotiations, obviously.
First of all, we did not, it's not our document, Mr. Moore. It was done by Roach, so I'm not going to answer that question now. If you want to submit it, we'll take a look at it and give you the answer.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good evening.
Anybody else? There's no one else, right?
Okay, I do believe we have a need for executive session this evening, and upon conclusion of that session, we will not be taking any further action. So I'll entertain a motion to close the public.
So now we have.
Second.
This is a motion for the resolution for executive. Correct?
Yes, correct.
I didn't hear who motioned, I'm sorry.
There's a motion to close the public meeting, but we need.
Mr. Evans.
Okay, so
Motion for executive session for contract negotiation, litigation.
I move
And
second.
personnel.
Second.
Personnel, okay, thank you. Whereas Section 8 of the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975 permits the exclusion of public from meeting in certain circumstances. And whereas the public body is of the opinion that such circumstances exist, and whereas the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley in the County of Essex and State of New Jersey desires to proceed to close executive session, and now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley in which to close executive session to discuss litigation, contract negotiations, and personnel. Be it further resolved that the time when such discussion may be disclosed to the public shall be when such disclosure may be made without adversely affecting the Township of Nutley, pending and or anticipated legal, personnel, contractual matters, and other matters within the exceptions provided for by statute. This resolution shall take effect immediately. Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracco.
Aye.
Commissioner Scarpelli.
Aye.
Mayor Tucci.
Aye.
Motion to close.
Motion to close the public portion.
Second.
Thank you. Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracco. Commissioner Petracco. Commissioner Scarpelli.
Aye.
Mayor Tucci.
Aye.
Thank you. And the time is now 7:31.
Thank you.
Thank you.